Hi guys, Agent Analysis Program. Wanted to kind of go over this quickly with you and show you how you can set this up in your call center. Remember, an agent analysis program that we do is a quick 15-minute review with each agent off the floor where we talk about KPIs, goals, any policies, procedures, things that they need to kind of maybe be refreshed on and kind of set the tone for the next week. If you are a large call center, you should have something like this where you could program. If you are a small call center and you have no programmers there, you can set this up very easily in an Excel spreadsheet, in a Google Doc. Use some of those free tools that are out there that you can very easily do this. Now, our agent analysis program right now is pretty robust. We've been just adding on it through year after year after year. So what we did to kind of show this and not kind of, freak people out is we went back into the archives, pulled out like Agent Analysis 1.0. We tweaked it a little bit. But I just wanted to show you how easy and basic this is. Like, this doesn't have to be anything nuts or crazy. Just setting this up is a huge step forward for your culture, for the overall quality. So the things that we're doing now are kind of little incremental, maybe pushes towards that, but this is the 90% to get there. And again, you're going to see how simple and easy this is. It's just really taking the time to do it and facilitate it more than the actual, process of programming it or kind of setting it up that way. So, all right, let's just talk about this real quick. We just have a list of agents, all right? And let's use Jen here. So what we're going to do is we're going to start an evaluation. And now, we just are kind of putting the type of program that they're on. Maybe it's tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 in your call center. Maybe it's sales, maybe it's support. We're BPO, so everything's kind of a project number. So I'm just going to put a project number in. Then you're going to talk about KPIs, right? So this is the overall goal for that program. Make sure you're refreshing them. Those might change a little bit. So we're going to say, hey, Susie, the AHT for this program is going to be, let's say, less than 600 seconds. All right. So go through the KPIs that are really important. We just kind of in a sample here, put dress and attendance, but this basically is a policy box, right? So if their attendance is a little bit low, if there's a lot of crosstalk, little things that, maybe are holding them back. So let's say, talked about attendance. All right. And then we're going to talk about goals. So maybe this is a newer agent, right? So she can't hit, or he can't hit, 600 seconds yet because this is their first week out on the floor. So maybe we're going to set a goal for them. So goal for AHT for them is going to be, let's say, less than 650 seconds. All right, so we're going to kind of get down to that 600 number. So we talked through, off the floor, kind of talk through these three things. And again, I leave them no more than 5. Don't make this a huge thing. Hit the main key things. You don't want to make this a huge 30-minute, 40-minute kind of talk. This is boom, get in, get out kind of talk. Let me fix my space there. All right, so we're going to submit this. All right, and so how this works then is you want to just make sure that you can pull this bad boy up the next time you talk, right? So that's why it's important to document it. So now, next week, right, so it's going to be, say, the 21st, and I don't know why I'm saying Susie, but let's say we pull Susie again, and I'm her supervisor, and we're going to pull up her agent analysis. Now, here's one thing that we do add in this that I think is really important. You need to know your reps 8 or 12-week average, right? Kind of their trending average. If you don't have a process for that, you got to manually do it. You should have, through your payroll, be able to pull their 8-week average. Really important number, and it kind of really coincides with attendance, and obviously attendance is a huge deal. So constantly kind of harping on that, and you can do a lot of things with working, from a trend standpoint instead of just saying, last week you're at 24 hours. What's going on? All right, so we're going to bring Susie in, and we're going to talk about last week. Hey, Susie, remember, here's the KPIs that really we need to look at hitting. Your attendance was great last week. I'm really proud of you. We got that up. You had, 38 hours was really good. And then, hey, your AHT was actually better than 650 seconds. You were at 632 seconds. So big thing is making sure that your supervisors are kind of prepared, right, to go into each of these talks. They're not just winging it, because you get a lot more out of this if they're prepared, and they can really kind of lead the conversation instead of the rep kind of taking over. Guys, that's it, right? So think about what we just did. We've pulled a rep. We've talked about all the important indicators and goals that they need to hit. We talked about anything that's holding them back and what can move them forward. And then we've given them specific goals. Now we're going to carry over into, remember our starting the day the right way, those first 30 minutes, right? When we give individual goals out, our individual goals are then going to coincide with our weekly agent analysis, and we kind of tie it all together. So again, really cool, very easy, not a lot of work, but a huge way to improve the quality, to improve the overall culture of your contact center. Highly recommend you do something along these lines. Obviously, it doesn't have to be just like this, but to be able to pull each rep for 10 to 15 minutes a week, go over goals, go over policies, go over procedures, get them set and ready to go for the next week.